We are back this morning with In Depth today. What to do if Santa just simply didn't bring what you had wanted.
That's right. We all know what that means, right? It's time to make a return or an exchange. NBC News investigative and consumer correspondent Vicky Nguyen has more on how to get a new item or get your money back. Vicky, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. The great news here, most retailers have pretty relaxed return policies, but there are some steps you need to take ahead of time to make sure you get the maximum refund. First, the rush to get presents under the tree, and now the rush to return some of those gifts for cash or store credit. Analysts predict $120 billion worth of products will be returned this holiday season, up from the previous record of $115 billion last year. The increase spurred by online shopping. So maybe you get that gift that you're not so keen on? Okay, the first thing to do, make sure you don't remove it from the original packaging. Even though stores are pretty generous with their return policies these days, they're a lot more likely to give you a cash refund rather than store credit if they can resell the item. Yeah, this is going back. Also, make sure you don't accidentally throw away the gift receipt with your wrapping paper. No receipt might mean no refund. If you do lose the receipt, your options are to regift the item or have that awkward conversation with the person who gave you the gift to see if they have a receipt. If not, you can bring it back to the store. Most will give you a store credit, but be prepared, some won't. For in-person returns, make sure that you bring your ID. Most stores will ask for it, even if you didn't buy the item. They're trying to cut down on people who abuse return policies. And guys, when you're inside the store, make sure you're nice to the employee. Oftentimes, they have discretion on whether or not to accept that return. It's also the right thing to do. But what if you don't want to brave those crowds? Many retailers will cover the cost of a return, but you got to print out the label at home and then make sure that you package up that item carefully and either schedule a pickup or take it directly to the shipper. Perhaps even easier, you can take the item back to the physical storefront. No labels or boxes required. Amazon accepts returns at Amazon Go, Amazon Books, Whole Foods, and even Kohl's locations. Most other retailers, including Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and Apple, will also accept online returns in person at their stores. With a bigger push to shop early, many retailers extended their return windows. Apple has a strict 14-day return policy, but holiday purchases can be returned through January 8th. Amazon's 30-day policy is being replaced by a January 31st holiday return window. Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's have 90-day return policies. Kohl's, 180 days. And Costco will let you return products at any time, except for electronics, which have a 90-day return window. If it's footwear or clothing, just make sure you don't wear that item out until you know that you want to keep it. Stores do have the right to refuse a refund if the items look used or they're heavily soiled. A good rule of thumb, if it's in a state that you wouldn't buy it in, your refund will probably be rejected. However, if the product is damaged or defective, the retailer will almost always give you a refund or at least let you exchange it. It's easier than ever to return your unwanted gifts, especially if you're prepared with these simple tips. Okay, so I know regifting can be a social no-no, but consider it, especially if a store won't take back an item that's been opened. By one estimate, about 5 billion pounds worth of returned items end up in landfills. So even though some stores might take back certain things, it doesn't mean they can actually be resold. So consider a donation or that good old regifting. It is better for the environment. Back to you.
That makes regifting sound pretty good. So what do you guys think? Are you big return people or gifters?
Yeah, that was
Jacob?
useful. No, I bought my wife a speaker from Best Buy. I didn't know the return policy. We're going to be returning it because I bought it in the wrong color. I'm sorry, darling. I love you.
You did your best.
For us, it's when the girls open up the gift and they're like, yeah, no, I want to return this. I'm like, well, you have to make that decision before you shred the Barbie box, right? That's not an option.
You returning?
I am not a big return person. This is going to surprise you. I tend to like the gifts I'm given.
Do you just feel bad and you don't want to return it?
A little bit, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just appreciative and love the gift.
Best takeaway from that piece, be nice to the folks. They can make all the difference in your return.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.